Hello Algebra 1 students, we are in Unit 3, Tier 3, Lesson 3, Transforming Absolute Value Functions all combined. So let's check off our booklet. Here we are in Lesson 3, Tier 3, Transforming Absolute Value Functions combined. So let's zoom in here so we can see. Writing an absolute value function from the graph, you really want to think about it in 3 steps. First thing you want to do is you want to identify what axis the function moved on, whether it's the x or the y. Then you want to conceptualize if the translation goes on the inside of the bars or on the outside. Then lastly, you want to write the equation in function notation, which always begins with f of x equals. And then this is absolute value, so we've got bars. So let's come up here and take a look at this. This is our origin of this graph, and as you can see, that absolute value function is on the x-axis. So it did not go up or down at all, so that means we have nothing outside of the bars. But if we look, it did go 1, 2 units from the origin. But remember from previous lessons that even though it goes 2 to the right, you would think that it would be plus 2. But because it's inside with the variable x, it is opposite of what we think. So to write this graph in function notation, we would write f of x equals the absolute value of x minus 2. Now let's move down here and explore a little more. I made a little mistake right here. This bar doesn't belong here. So this 6 should be out there just by itself chilling. So let's describe what translations are happening in the following absolute value function. So remember, we always do the inside first, which the inside is the horizontal translations. We remember from previous lessons and also from the one I just did that x minus 2 is going to move this graph to the right 2. So if my parent function, its vertex is at 0, 0, I'm now going to move that vertex right 2 to 2, 0. That's the first step. Then the second step I got to deal with is this plus 6. Well, it's on the outside. So outside is vertical stuff like we learned in previous lessons, up and down. And it's exactly what you would think. So a plus 6 means up 6 because it is exactly how we would think it would be. So I'd write up 6 and then I would come over here to my Cartesian plane. Oh, well, it doesn't go to 6, but we can make do. 5, 6. So that's my new vertex right there. I moved it 2 right and 6 up. But how do I sketch it? Well, if you remember, there's no stretches or compressions. I haven't taught you guys that yet. So the 5 key points of an absolute value from the vertex is over 1, up 1, over 2, up 2, and then back 1, up 1, and then back 2, up 2. So I could sketch this like this. So here's the really cool part, is that if you see the 2 and the 6 in the equation, well, our vertex right here is at the value 2, 6. And then our 5 key points are then at 3, 7, and 4, 8, and 1, 7, and 0, 8. Good luck on your practice sets.